videos, and today I am going to be interviewing my mom. Now, the reason I'm doing this is because my teacher asked me to do it for assignment. Give a big wave to Mom.
Hi, everybody.
Now, where and when were you born?
I was born in Edmonton, Alberta, and it was probably 10 o'clock in the morning, I think. Something like that. Yep. My mom and dad lived in a small duplex in Edmonton. And my dad was at work, so my mom and her friend had to get her to the hospital, and my dad had to come later.
That's really interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Describe your home, neighborhood, and town.
Well, my neighborhood that I grew up in was St. Louis. It's a hamlet town, so about 200 people in it, something like that. And everybody knows everybody. Everybody knows everybody. So you walk down the street, you probably say, "Hi, how's it going?" Because everybody knew you.
What were your favorite activities?
With my family, when I was a kid. Is that what you're trying to get at?
Yes.
My favorite activities back then was hanging out with my little brothers, because I have 3 younger brothers. We used to play activities in the backyard, and we had a lot of fun doing that. We also had people coming over the house quite often, because a lot of families would come over. So we did a lot of visiting with cousins and stuff like that too. Mm-hmm.
That's nice.
Yep.
What were your brothers' names?
Daniel, Michelle, and Marcel. And I have an adopted sister, Keisha. But she didn't come until I graduated. She's 20 years younger than me. So it was just me and my brothers growing up until later. And then Keisha came along.
Okay. What was your family like?
What was my family like? My mom was a homemaker. My dad worked for the French government, helping French families make small businesses for them and making them grow into big businesses. That's what my dad did. They also did, when I became older, they were foster parents, and they took care of children. About over 150 kids came through our home to help them out, and the ages for that were from 0 to 5 years old. So there was a lot of little kids in the house constantly, and about 5 at a time usually. So we helped a lot of kids in that time. Mm-hmm.
How big of a house did you have since there were so many little kids?
There were 3 bedrooms in the basement. So I had my own room, Daniel had his own room, and Marcel and Michelle shared their own room. And then there was 2 bedrooms upstairs, and one for my parents, and the other one was for the foster kids. So my mom set up beds in that room for the foster kids. So depending on how many kids we had in foster care at the time, there would be 4 or 5 beds in that room. And usually it was baby mattresses, because 5-year-olds, they only take a crib mattress. So yeah, crib mattresses everywhere in the room. Yeah. And playpens, depending on how many kids there are in that room.
Nice. What clothes were fastened, and what did you wear?
Back then, bell bottoms were very popular back then, so I wore a lot of jeans that flared out. They weren't tight as they were back then. Back now, I mean. And scrunchies. We had scrunchies everywhere. We wear them around our wrists and our clothes. We scrunch up the corners of our shirts. Scrunchies. There was a lot of scrunchies back then.
So did you have a lot of stuff to protect yourself with?
What do you mean?
The scrunchies.
The scrunchies. They're hair scrunchies. I had them everywhere. Some girls would tie them in their shirts on the sides, and some of them would people would just wear them like as bracelets on their arms and stuff. So depending.
That's really nice.
Mm-hmm.
What were some events you remember from your childhood?
Events going, okay. Going on trips with our family. We were big about going for trips because it was very hard for us going for trips because we had foster kids. So when we had no foster kids in our care at the time, we would do a big trip. One time we drove down all the way to BC.
Oh, wow.
And we visited some family down there, and we came back. Another times we went to Drumheller, and we had fun doing that too because we've been to Drumheller 3 times. And we had a lot of fun because my brothers were big into dinosaurs back then, and so was I. So we would go to Drumheller. Did a lot of camping when I was a kid, and we always liked going to pool. Once the foster kids came into more of a play, because I was probably 16 or 17 when the foster kids started coming, and we would go to the pool constantly, taking the kids out to the pool because they love that, going to the pool. Okay.
That's nice. How did you meet your spouse?
How did I meet my spouse? Daddy. I met your dad in the mall. I was working at Carlton Cards. No, I was working at San Francisco, sorry. I was working at San Francisco at the time. And your daddy was working at EB Games. And one of my coworkers, I was talking to him about a video game. And he said to come by to the store to take a look. So I came back to the store to take a look. And I saw your dad there. And then after I saw the games, I went back to my store, and then Daddy started stopping by at my store after that. And that's how we met.